So commonly I get a question, what type of exercise will burn more fat, aerobic or anaerobic? Okay, so let's just kind of cover that. Low intensity is called aerobic. That means with air. High intensity is called anaerobic, without air. Now, this definition of aerobic is differently than if you were going to go do a type of exercise called aerobics. So there's two different definitions. Some people have a confusion with that. But the low intensity type exercise would be walking, light swimming, riding your bike, to the point where you're not huffing and puffing. You can talk to someone, you're not out of breath. Okay. The advantage of doing this is you get a lot of oxygen, you get lower stress, you get improvement in brain function. It actually will help regenerate brain cells, which is really good. But when you do low intensity exercise, the first roughly 29 minutes, or let's just say a half hour, you're burning up all your stored sugar, okay? Then after that, then your body is tapping into fat. Now, it's not a tremendous amount of fat because it's low intensity, but it's burning some fat. And that would be the time after about a half hour, okay? So if you were to work out 45 minutes, you have about 15 minutes of actual fat burning, okay? But there's other benefits of low intensity. Now, let's talk about high intensity. Well, when you're doing high intensity, you're burning up your sugar, for sure. You're not going probably as long. The time period that you would want to exercise would be between 20 and 40 minutes, okay? Don't go over 40 minutes. It's better to actually increase your intensity, make it more difficult, but work out shorter than to go longer. Now what happens is that the fat burning is delayed 14 to 48 hours later when you're sleeping, okay? So you don't see a lot of benefit during this workout because it's just a stress. It's in the body's adaptation that you then see the benefit of fat burning and more strength, more cardiovascular endurance, because you're actually increasing growth hormone. The key is not overtraining. Don't do it too frequently. I've had people go from exercising 5 days a week to 1 day a week and get massive benefits just because it gave their body a chance to heal and recover. It's something that's not emphasized enough. Also, you have to make sure that you keep your carbs low. If you're working out and you're putting all this effort out and you're doing like energy drinks with sugar or protein bars with sugar, whatever, you're pretty much nullifying the results that you could have had. Okay, so that's mainly the difference between these two. I recommend doing both. So do this a couple times a week and do this on the off days. I think that would be the perfect combination. All right, thanks for watching. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat-burning triggers and blockers and fat-burning strategies with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto and Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.